Alright, we're going to be running a 240 volt, 30 amp electric dryer circuit. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 10 American wire gauge on 30 amps. That's both for 120 volt circuits and two 2240 volt circuits. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or 22240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. In this circuit we're running, the appliance does require a neutral, so we're going to be using a 10-3 American wire gauge, red, black, white, and a bare ground wire. And it's nice to see that the wire is made here in the country I was born in. It's made by Romex. Alrighty, so this is our 10-3 Romex. It contains a red, a black, and a white. Okay, so we'll pop our hole open for our Romex connector here, and we're going to use these plastic staples here. They're widers. Well, maybe I won't be able to get in the bottom or in the top one, so you know what? You don't get frustrated, you don't get upset. You just go after another one, that's all. You just go for another one. Okay, so we'll bring our cable in. We'll get it behind our wires that are already here, so we keep it nice and neat. And we got to bring in enough to come up and come around and go to that breaker right there. So we will strip our jacket about right here. Okay, you gotta clip off all your debris here. Get a nice clean cut here. Get all your paper and all your debris out. So it's nice and clean like that there. And we'll take our Romex connector back off of here. So I just bring my jack in just about a 1/4 of an inch there, like that there. Put it on snug. I don't want to pinch my jack and create a short. Make sure it's even on both sides here. Yeah, I have it even on both sides here, and I didn't put it too tight so it's not pinching our wire. So I'll bring our wire down. Now when I bring this in, I got to make sure I don't touch the breakers with our bare ground wire here, because that'll make a short. This is our lock nut, washer nut thing we put on our Romex connector here. Okay, I spin it down there by hand, and I'll just tap it tight with my hammer and my screwdriver. And we'll get a couple of staples on here. You can get our wire up off the concrete here so it doesn't pick up moisture. Get it shaped back here so it's nice and neat. Well, there's nothing much there to... You know what? I'm going to just be thankful for what I got there. I'm going to try to get another one up here. Things don't go right, you just be thankful for what you got. I might try holding with my pliers bending as I go. There we go. I'm going to try that with this one here. You know what? That is giving me a hard time, so you know what? It comes out, and you don't even bother with it. You don't even bother with stuff that doesn't go right. You just don't. Not even going to frustrate, not going to bother. It can just go bye-bye. There, it's gone. Don't worry about it, it's gone. So we'll get one up here, and we'll get one up here. can't frustrate and complain about what we can't do. Just get rid of it and don't worry about it. Okay, now we can start wiring our wires into the panel here. Okay, we have an open space right here for, I'm going to shut this off just so that, okay, we got 2 open terminals here. So we'll get our bare ground wire out of the way first. We'll bend it down to the corner here. We'll bring it up. We'll make our turn right here, and we'll cut it about right here. This is our Robertson screwdriver. It's a square head. It's nice. You don't have to worry about tearing your heads up on your flathead screwdrivers and wrecking them all. So we'll get our ground wire in there, make sure it goes through the terminal all the way. Make sure it's tight. Okay, we have our second one that's open right here. We'll loosen that up. We'll take our white wire, we'll push it down into the corner here, bring it up, and we'll bend it so it goes in right here. Okay, we have our wire strippers, and you'll see the holes have the numbers on them. You match the wire size with the size wire we're using. We're using number 10. Make sure you don't get the insulation under the terminal. Make sure it's nice and tight. We'll push our wire back so it's nice and straight here. Okay, now here's our double pole breaker. It's a 30 amp. We're going to bend our wire down here. We're just going to go back a little bit like this here, and we'll come up, and we'll go over to the side here like we do with red. Okay, so we'll come up, we'll make our bend where we're going to go into the breaker, and we'll cut it right here. Strip off what we need. You want to make sure you don't get that insulation under, make sure it's off. Make sure you don't get the insulation under the terminal there. Make sure it's in the hole all the way. Make sure it's tight. So there's our red. Now we'll take our black wire. This is our second live wire. We'll push it down into the corner here like this. We'll bring it up, and we'll bend it over. We're going to go into our breaker here, and we'll cut it right here. Okay, I make sure it's in the hole all the way, and I have the insulation knot under the terminal. Make sure it's nice and tight. That Robertson hole is stripped a little bit, so I'm going to use my wide flathead, and I'll just double check these, make sure they're tight. And that is how you wire a 220, 240 volt breaker into the panel here in the Country I Was Born. Now we'll start stapling this wire back to where we got to go. You can see the black and the red going to the double pole breaker, and how I ran the wires square cornered. Your wire up here nice and flat. And we'll get one more over here by the breaker box. If it will fit, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. We won't worry about it. We're going to see if it does fit. Okay, so there we go. We got it off and running to where we want it to go. Okay, now we go down through here. And this end will go into the crawl space where we'll be going through later and coming up through the floor. Alrighty, so that is how to wire a 222 40 volt circuit here in the country I was born in. This could be a welder circuit or an electric dryer circuit. We used red and black live, the white is neutral, and the bare wire is the ground. Peace. Thanks for watching. We used a 10 American wire gauge on a 30 amp double pole breaker.